Now again, let's move forward and move to a person who is like a mentor for not hundreds, not thousands, not lakhs, maybe in crores. So he is a person who is admired across the globe, and he is a person who is ever willing to help, and a person who is well known not only in media, not only in education, not only in film industry, but everywhere at the global level. And if somebody has got a chance to meet him personally, maybe at any of the conferences, the energy which he carries is phenomenal. It's contagious with his smile and with his presence only. कहते हैं ना कि वो 10 गज 20 गज 50 गज कितने तक माने गज की दूरियों में लोग प्रभावित हो जाते हैं. I think you will have to experience that. And yes, though we all are virtually present, but this gentleman needs no introduction. He is the founder of rather not only Marwah studio, but actually the Noida film city, which has created so many Guinness records. And I think he's one person who has got the maximum awards in India, with Dada Saheb Phalke awards to so many awards and so many recognitions all over the globe. Who can be a leader, a Swami, to start the whole conversation for the 3 days other than Mr. Sandeep Marwah? Over to you, sir. Thank you for your presence. We really look forward to learn from you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kanak Jain, for such a wonderful introduction. I am humbled. I am obliged. Good morning, everyone. Let me start with the two very important, my favorite lines. कि सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर, भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर, पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये, मेरे यत्नों से करुणा कर. My dear friends, what I'm trying to tell you here is, whether it is north, south, east or west, whether you're in India or abroad, whether you're on the top of the hill or you're standing at a seashore, whether you are in a lush green garden and looking at some colorful flowers, or maybe looking at the most beautiful woman on earth. But the fact is, there are two things which are much more beautiful than what you can see with your naked eyes. And these two things are your thinking and your feelings. And the best part is that both the things are right within you. You don't even need eyes for any action. On this very auspicious day, let's pray. Hey Lord, give me good thinking, give me good feelings so that I can do good deeds. And through my good karmas, I would love to convert this earth into heaven. This is what I believe. I'm sure you will also believe in the same. Well, my dear friends, what a pleasure to be here on this beautiful platform. I once again extend my heartiest thanks to Mr. Kanak Jain for inviting me here and giving me this beautiful opportunity to talk to you. Well, leader is a beautiful word, and it has emerged out of management, out of rather forces. When we talk about the management, we talk about business, trust me, everything has actually generated from forces, because the way these forces are working for donkey years, the business people, the management people, the organizational people, they have learned the system from this forces, whether it's Army, Air Force or Navy. So this you have to keep in mind. And if you are disciplined, probably that's the beginning of a wonderful leadership. I will be giving my own example in a minute, but before I start further, I'm recollecting another two very important lines. कि काम शुरू करते नहीं भय से नीचे लोग, मध्यम तजते बीच में देख विषम संयोग, पर उत्तम वे लोग जो हर दुर्गम पथ झेल, दृढ़ता से बढ़ते कदम बाधाओं को ठेल. Now what I'm trying to tell you here is, let me admit that I belong to films, television, media, art and culture fraternity, and this is one business where we have never ever bothered to divide the society on the basis of caste, creed, religion, region, status, rich, poor, color, nothing, never. We have only believed in one dharma, one religion, and that is called entertainment. But still, I've gone out of way to divide the society on the basis of these three major segments. Kaam shuru karte nahi, bhai se niche log. Who are the people who belong to downtrodden people, people who have 100 excuses for one single job? मर गए, लुट गए, बर्बाद हो गए, रहने दो, हो जाएगा, छोड़ दो, कल कर लेंगे, अभी हो नहीं सकता, मेरे पास पॉसिबल नहीं है, ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है. Oh my God. I mean, when you hear these kind of things, I try to cut my relation with those kind of people, because I know that they are not going to do anything. They can never be achievers, and they will never let you achieve anything in life. You have to be away from these kind of people. And trust me, at this age, you just cannot change the habit. I've seen it. Though I am running a university and I'm teaching almost 5,000 students a day, and that is the time when we have to mend them, alter them, correct them, add into their system what is required and what is not required. But still, why I'm here? Because I know that if even one person will appreciate what I'm talking today, my visit to this particular webinar is going to be worth in my own eyes. This is what I feel. तो काम शुरू करते नहीं भय से नीचे लोग, people who have 100 excuses, I have categorized them into the downtrodden people of the society, the black snakes of the society. You have to be away from these kind of people, because they don't work, they don't let you work, they never achieve anything, they will never let you achieve anything. मध्यम तजते बीच में देख विषम संयोग. People with little push and pull may start a work, but the minute they see a bit of the hindrance, they try to run away from the battlefield, and then they create some more different kind of excuses. I have categorized all these kind of people into B class. पर उत्तम वे लोग जो हर दुर्गम पथ झेल. Who are the people who belong to first class? People who have a zest, enthusiasm, excitement, people who have goal, people who really want to achieve something in life. They want to show to the world they have the stamina and capacity and capability to do something in life. People who are honest to their profession. They're truthful to their work. They're hardworking. They're honest to their profession. Trust me. These are the kind of people who are ultimately going to be the achiever, and the one very common factor which every achiever always possesses, and that is called a very strong determination. दृढ़ता से बढ़ते कदम बाधाओं को ठेल. If you have a strong determination, trust me, you can win the world. That's what I have learned in all these years. Imagine when I got into business, I wanted to start a film city for North India, 1986, I cannot forget. And I've been running around from door to door, pillar to pillar, try to express myself that I want to have this kind of a business in North India. There was a film city in Bombay, one in Madras, one in Calcutta, but none in Delhi. And most of the people who have attained success in Indian film industry, especially in Hindi film industry, they all belong to people from North India. So I thought, why not to have one here? Why people should run from this place and to different cities for a job, for a profession, for art, for culture, for cinema, for television? And trust me, nobody believed me. Rather, people declared me a madman. ये पागल हो गया है. He's a film buff. He's a film crazy. He's a film goer. ये बच्चा सटिया गया है. पिक्चर इसके क्या कीड़ा काट लिया है फिल्मों का. These kind of words I've been hearing. I never bothered, trust me. My vision was so clear, my idea was so clear, and I was so adamant about my project. I never ever bothered about what people been saying about me. I started looking for the right place. I've been thrown out. My files were thrown out from the different offices, government and private. I never bothered. But one good day, I knew it, that one good day will be there, if not today, tomorrow. That's only your continuous efforts, your honest intentions for one particular job or a work will definitely get you to a right place, if not today, maybe tomorrow. परमात्मा के घर में देर है, अंधेर नहीं है. That much I know that. And then I got very well met the chairman of Noida Authority. I expressed him. He jumped from his chair and I say, we are in the game. We have the land and we are looking for new projects. 86 December, I submitted the project, and 87 December, the project got its clearance. 1988, allotments were made, and suddenly a known guy who was never been known to the world suddenly became the founder of Noida Film City. God has been very kind, trust me, and no looking back. We started our first professional studio of North India Marwah Studios from Noida Film City on 10th March 1991. We were given 3 years to build up the infrastructure and come into production. My dear friends, to cut short, I can only say that today Noida Film City is the fastest growing film city in the world. It's a 100-acre complex, 75 acres outdoor, 25 acres indoor, 16 studios, and out of 16 studios, 350 channels are being broadcast to 162 countries, 24/7. 17,000 media professionals, they're working in 3 shifts of 8 hours each. And the cascading effect is that more than 150,000 people actually been earning their bread because of this film city. God has been very kind. Yes, I had to be there, first one. So Marwah Studio, we created in 1991, and we have just completed our 30 years of Marwah Studios. And in all these 30 years, imagine when I started my studio, people started telling me that you have created the place for Food Corporation of India. All these studios now going to be the storage facility for Kanak and Chawal. अब मुझे थोड़ी पता था कि कनक साहब आज फिर आ जाएंगे. So imagine that is the kind of statements people were passing because they were not sure. So what if Film City has come or has been started, but studios are not going to work? My dear friends, just to cut short, I can only say that in all these 30 years, Marwah Studio has churned out 4,500 television programs for more than 50 channels. We've been associated with more than 150 feature films and 5,000 training films, and my production company has made more than 3,000 short films, giving opportunity to more than 10,000 young filmmakers from more than 100 countries of the world. And that was not enough. If you are adamant, if you have strong determination, if your vision is clear, if you really want to do something for the nation, there is no looking back. And in 1993, we launched the first ever private film school of this country, the 4th in the country. There were only 3, and all the 3 were in a bad shape, unfortunately. They all 3 belonged to Government of India at that time. And we were the first private film school in this country. Trust me, no looking back. It's been 28 years I'm in education. When I started, people even called me fraud. They say education is bogus. This is a ruthless and a shapeless institute. Never mattered. My intentions are clear. I knew what I am doing. I knew what I have to deliver to the masses, to the public. My dear friends, to cut short again, let me tell you, today AAFT is the first 10 best film schools of the world. We have, in all these 28 years, we have churned out 19,000 media professionals hailing from all the states and union territories of India and 145 countries of the world. And the best part is that when Prime Minister of India wanted to have a university for the biggest film and television industry of the world, which is India, the responsibility of starting that film university has showered on my shoulders, and I have very well and with a great enthusiasm, I accepted that responsibility. And I'm happy that I've been able to start the first film university of this country in Raipur in 27 acres, which is functional now from last 2 years. Yes, the kind of a confidence, the kind of a love, the kind of respect, the kind of delivery. The most important thing is that I stood to the commitment to my own self. I stood to the feeling and requirement of the masses, the public, and we delivered it. Today, only last evening, I had some visitors and I asked my guy to please count how many awards this institution has received. You'll be surprised, even I got surprised. More than 800 awards this institution has brought, and out of which we have received 200 international awards, probably largest in the country in any discipline, sports, any profession, any business, any art. Even the biggest and the best film actors of this country could not manage to get so many awards. People who are maybe claiming for Padam Shri and Padam Bhushan. I know that now today I'm entitled for Bharat Ratna. So I'm not bothered. So I'm very happy that I have delivered. My target is not to create a name, not to create a different kind of a niche, but my job is to see to it that every person who enters into the building of Marwah Studios, he must go satisfied. He cannot go barehanded. He must carry something: love, affection, pleasure, media, radio, television, news, event, anything, a stage, an award. I don't spare things so easily. I'm still involved in my day-to-day affairs. I have 600 people working in Marwah Studios, but I see to it that anyone who enters into Marwah Studios must go satisfied that, yes, I have been delivered for what I have been here for. That should be the spirit for every leader who really wants to attain a national or an international status. I'm very happy that Government of India has nominated me as the national chairman for media and entertainment industry, all the 10 segments. Now about 60 people who are working under me in Ministry of Consumer Affairs. A special post has been created, and I'm looking after the upgradation of the whole complete media of this country. Probably the minister really wanted to have this chair for himself, but I'm so happy that they thought very right that they need some professional for this kind of a job, and they opted for me. I'm much obliged to Government of India for nominating me for such a powerful and such a beautiful job, which I'm now conducting side by side my own business. My dear friends, so simple as that. I'm so thankful to my Honorable Prime Minister for giving this country a beautiful word, because now I have to sum up. I have to come down to the hardcore lesson of the day. My Prime Minister has asked anyone and everyone that develop the feeling of Atmanirbhar right from your home, putting up your room into the right condition. Your almara should be properly dressed up. You can even cook your own food if you know how to. There is no harm. तो जो शर्म है वो पहले हमें निकालनी है, क्योंकि आधी जिंदगी सिर्फ शर्म और झिझक के अंदर खत्म हो जाती है. शर्म उनको आती है जो शर्म से शर्माते हैं. हम तो खुद ही बेशर्म हैं, शर्म हमसे शर्माती है. That should be the spirit, that I am ready to do any kind of a job. So what? I'm right now, with all your blessings, I'm chairing more than 100 organizations. I'm associated with 600 organizations in one way or other way. And I'm happy that the government of 58 countries in this world, they have nominated me as their culture representative and their culture ambassador. This is my 7th world record, which has been noted down in the books of records. And I'm working for every country. I'm working for my own country. I'm working for every segment, every department. And because I feel that you have been given 24 hours to work in a day. And even if you're sleeping for 8 hours, even if you're cutting down 2 hours for your day-to-day affairs, you still have 14 hours a day to work. A man can actually work 14 hours a day, and you can finish 14 jobs in a day. Give 1 hour to one job, and you can finish 14 hours job, or 14 meetings, or whatever you want to say, and you can grow to any extent the way you feel like. You can do unbelievably. You have the stamina, you have the power, you have the resources all around you. It's only how to assimilate everything and bring them to one single platform. I mean, imagine I'm a son of a refugee. My father, who came into India from Peshawar, that time it was declared as a Pakistan, and he left everything. They were a known family in Peshawar, but he came back to India with only 200 rupees. Imagine. I have seen him working hard. I have seen him working honestly, and I have seen him working for us. And I can never forget the hard efforts, the honest work which he has put into day-to-day affairs. His business has started with a very small shop, and later then obviously he gave us the best of the facilities possible. I have noted down all these things from my father, that there is no alternate to hard work. Yes, you have computer, laptops right in front of you, and people, just to save your efforts, people have started saying that there is no need to work hard. It's only to work hard from brain. No, that's for sure. You have to work from your brain, but you cannot avoid being a hard worker. You have to prove yourself that you are a hard worker. Then only you are called a top management. Then only you're called the real leader. People have to follow you. You have to prove to your own subordinates that you know how to work. Then they will never ever be able to cheat you. They will never be able to make fool out of you. And yes, Atmanirbhar is a one word which has now started playing a very important role. Being a chief scout for India, I'm happy, I'm thankful to the Scout and Guide organization of this country, where they have nominated me as the chief scout for India. I've been on this post, and imagine when I look into the history of chief scouts for India, they are not less than the vice president of India. This was a rare occasion when, in spite of calling the Vice President of India as the Chief Scout of India, this designation was handed over to me, and I'm looking after the 51 lakh youth, the scouts and guides in this 100,000 schools who are learning how to be nationalist and how to be smart child in this country. Yes, I'm looking after them, and I'm much obliged to the organization for giving me this designation. Atmanirbhar is the right word. And if you look at the meaning of Atmanirbhar, my dear friends, very well written, that you have to be self-reliant. You have to be self-sufficient. But trust me, today I'm going to give you a new definition of Atmanirbhar, because this is what is required today. Atmanirbhar starts from the word called A, the letter A. A means ambitious. You have to be ambitious in life. You have to think big. You have to have a big dreams. Trust me, there is no tax right now, no GST on being dreaming. It's still free. So you have to think big. The bigger you think, the bigger destination you're creating for yourself. God helps those who helps themselves. The bigger you think, the कायनात है, पूरी जो पूरा universe है, वो आपके साथ जुड़ जाता है. You must have heard many lectures on positive thinking, and this is what helps you to achieve larger and bigger destination. If you are ambitious, if you think big, dream big, this is what A stands for. T stands for being tough. Very important. हम लोग बड़ी जल्दी हथियार डाल देते हैं. Being tough. Prepare yourself, mentally prepared, that I am ready to face all sort of unforeseen circumstances. I'm not worried anything, and everything which is going to come in my way. Nadi, kankar, patthar, roda, pahar, nadi, मैं सब पार कर जाऊंगा. मेरे में हिम्मत है. परमात्मा ने मुझे वो शक्ति दी है. If you prepare yourself for being tough, trust me, all that which is going to be in front of your eyes, in front of your walking towards your destination, it will not matter at all. Everything looks so small. And T also stands for techno-savvy. Yes, world is changing, and pandemic has taught us many things. And one of the most important thing what this pandemic has taught us, that you have to be techno-savvy. Learn what is happening today. Things are changing. Cryptocurrency is coming. Time is coming when you will not be able to see your own currency. Gone are the days कि आप अपने नोटों की ढेरी लगाकर उसे admire करते थे कि मेरे पास इतना cash है. Finished. Those days are over. Probably you may not get now chance to see how much money or cash you're carrying with you. It's a age of computer, no doubt about it. And blockchain is the word today. Everything is going to be through techniques, through robots, through internet. So be prepared for it. Learn more, study more, and be alert to be a part and parcel of the modern world, which is coming even in India. The Atma, M stands for motivational. You have to be self-motivational. I mean, I'm very well traveled. I've been to a large number of countries. I've seen best of the malls possible. And recently I was also in Dubai Mall, and I entered. The first thing I checked there, is there any motivation available here? I'm ready to pay any price. He says he couldn't understand my word. He thought maybe I'm a crazy, but I'm doing my research. Probably Probably in the biggest mall of the world, you might find one here, a stall which sells motivation. No, my dear friends, you have to be self-motivated. Remember that. Nobody is going to come back and say, Mr. X, please do large number of things, work hard. Nobody's going to come back to again, especially at our age, when we are already somewhere or other working as a leader, as a manager, as a organizer of the some big or small organization. You have to develop that self-motivation. Every morning should be full of enthusiasm and excitement that whatever little I have to create better than this. I have to do little better than this. And trust me, you will be able to do better than that if you create that kind of a motivation spirit in yourself. Very important. And that motivation comes from enthusiasm, and enthusiasm is the key to success. Remember that. There is another A suddenly, Atma. A stands for attitude. Very important. Any business, any profession, your attitude is your key to work with the masses, with the people, with your customer, with your superiors, with your juniors. Very important. How you behave, what is your way of thinking, how are you loving the kids, are you respecting the elders, are you not proud, are you humble? I hope you don't have a attitude. Yes, my dear friends, humble you are, the better you are. Higher the dreams, sober the attitude. Very important. My father taught me beautiful thing. Okay, my dear friends, remember that when you climb a stairs, it's a law of nature, you bend automatically. परमात्मा तुम्हें सिखाता है कि ऊपर चढ़ रहे हो सीढ़ी, झुक के चढ़ो. अगर झुकोगे नहीं तो पीछे गिर जाओगे. And this is what pays in life. If you want to have rise in life, if you want to be rise in your business, you want to have a rise in your profession, you have to have a very polite attitude, compassionate, sober, helpful, supporting. These are the things which are needed today with any and everyone to be a successful person in life. The next letter says N, and N stands for being a nationalist, my dear friend. Remember that. If you're not nationalist, trust me, you are nothing. I mean, imagine, this is the only country where people come openly and start criticizing the establishment, start criticizing their superiors, their government, the people, agitation, so much of wastage of time, labor, and resources, unfortunately. We have not earned 100 rupees, but we have spent probably millions of rupees in agitations. How foolish we are. I mean, you cannot criticize or rather speak against the country in front of Japanese. They will stop talking to you. They will stop dealing with you. They will never hear a criticism against their country. How bad he must be going through. I'm not talking that. So we have to develop a spirit of being a nationalist. I'm Indian, I'm proud Indian. You have to feel very charged with an idea that I belong to this country and this country belongs to me. I mean, imagine when I get up every morning, I don't look what this country is doing for me. I only plan what I can do for my nation or for the people of my nation. This is how you have to develop a new system, a new feeling within you, and you are called a fantastic leader. I, Atmanirbhar, I stands for it's an age of ice. Information, communication, and entertainment. Ice, I stand for ice. Very important. It's a time when you have to gather the selected and a very powerful information, because a right information is going to make you intelligent. And when you are intelligent, it will give you innovative ideas. And if you have innovative ideas, you will be one of the most exclusive leader, one of the most exclusive manager, one of the most exclusive person in your own organization. So gather large information for a better intelligence so that you can have innovative ideas. And when I say ICE, there is a C in between. C stands for commitment. Very important. Commitment to your parents, commitment to your children, commitment to your friends, commitment to your lover, commitment to the nation, commitment to your work. Very important. Raghupati Preet sada chali aayi, pran jaye, par vachan na jaye. This is the kind of a commitment we need today. We have for donkey years, we have considered Lord Rama as our idol. But where is the commitment gone? People are slipping out on their words. I mean, you have to create a kind of image that once you have said something, then you're not even ready to listen to your own self. This is the kind of a commitment we need today in this nation and every organization possible. कि मैंने आज commit कर दिया है, चाहे घाटा हो रहा है, मैं आपका काम करके दिखाऊंगा, पूरा करूंगा. This is what is needed today. Commitment. And C also stands for communication, my dear friends. बोली एक नमोल है जो कोई बोले जान, हिये तराजू तौल के तब मुख बाहरान, ऐसी बानी बोलिए मन का आप खोए और उनको शीतल करे और खुद भी शीतल होए. What important. I remember my father taught me one beautiful line, कि ज़बां शिरी मुल्क गिरी. Someone who can speak well can be the king of the nation. And we have such a beautiful example. Imagine Atal Bihari Vajpayee, a small-time journalist. He started his career as a small-time journalist and then editor to Veer Arjun. And from there, no looking back, and man became 3 times Prime Minister of this country. He had nothing, no assets, except that he used to speak wonderfully. His every one word has a meaning. I mean, if you listen to him, you will be surprised that man has become the king of the nation only with his words. So we have a live example for these kind of things. And of course, E stands for entertainment. And this is what I believe. Whatever business you are in, whatever profession you are in, whatever position you are in, you have to enjoy your work. I mean, when I see people cribbing, accusing, abusing, and also doing their own job, I say, why you are there? Leave it. Go away. Look for a place where you can enjoy your job. नहीं साहब, वहां पीछे भी बड़ी गड़बड़ थी. तो मैंने कहा आगे जाओगे वहां भी गड़बड़ होगी, क्योंकि जिसकी नेचर ही बन गई है क्रिबिंग करने की, वो कहीं पे भी खुश नहीं रह सकता. और जो खुश नहीं रह सकता, वो कभी भी अपनी प्रोडक्टिविटी नहीं दे सकता, वो कभी भी प्रॉस्पर नहीं कर सकता है. Very important to entertain yourself in a place whichever is with you for at least that particular time. Love that job and enjoy that time and give your best. Results are bound to come, my dear friends, for sure. Atmanirbhar, R stands for research. I mean, imagine this word we've been shouting for so many years, but still, especially Indians, been ignoring like anything. They will buy a microwave oven, straight away they'll put it into the electricity without reading even a manual, and they want instant result, magic from oven or magic from microwave oven. And suddenly something happens and they say, oh, I forgot to read the manual. That is a mindset of research. It's very important to learn before you do. It's very important to educate yourself before you do anything, which is missing in this country, unfortunately. And that is why I put in a word for research. Very important. Go back into the history of that place, any job, any assignment. Go back into the history of that. Learn about that. Study. You have wonderful Google Devta with you. Learn from Google that what it says about it. You are much better in 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. We have a bad habit. We buy a car worth million rupees. Trust me, you can believe in that. And you, I mean, I'm sure you will believe in this, that 90% of the people, without even reading the manual, actually start running the car on the road. Nobody reads. Oh, theek hai, hame sab pata hai. What do you know? There are 20 new things which this new car has given to you, but you don't even know how to operate it, and you are bound to spoil your own car. You're spoiling the life of the car without even looking into the car manual. So this is a very small example I'm giving you. Any business, any professional, any job, any assignment, any sales, get back into it, look into it. Research is a very important part of life today, my dear friends. Things are there for you to study. If there is no history, there is no future. Remember that. That's for sure. The B research, B stands for believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in your education system. Believe in your parents. Believe in your organization. Believe in your principals. Believe in your owners. Trust me, nothing is easy. In India, especially, being an entrepreneur is a hell. It's the toughest job. Britishers, they had left India 75 years back, but they injected into the genes of Indian to be only a not entrepreneur, but a worker. Entrepreneurship is needed in this country. One entrepreneur means he is in a position to employ 5, 10, 20 people. And that's how the whole country is going to grow slowly, gradually, brick by brick. Very important. So it's very important to believe in the system, believe in the administration, believe in the establishment, and develop that trust so that we all can grow together. The trust is missing from the whole public. People don't want to trust each other. I don't know what has happened to especially our own country. So we have to develop that kind of a trust with small commitments and things like that. And why not? H stands for humanity. There may be many religions. Panth hai nirale jinki manzil to ek hai. Dharma hai anek jinka sar wahi hai. The fact is that all the religions, what are they trying to? They're actually trying to make you a good human being. And no one is wrong. Everyone is right. But the biggest religion today on this earth is only humanity. If you can serve humanity, that is the biggest religion on this earth. Please put little more efforts. Try to rectify yourself. थोड़ा थोड़ा बदलने की कोशिश करिए. बुरा जो ढूंढन मैं गया, बुरा ना मिला कोई. जो मन खोजा आपना, मुझसा बुरा ना कोई. We spend tons and tons of years in criticizing others, amending others, altering others. If the same time if we try to rectify our own self, trust me, each and everyone will be glowing like a diamond. We have to correct ourselves and see to it that we should be a good human being, helpful, supporting, compassionate. We must, and that's what is required today in the whole business system. If you are good to your staff, if you're nice to your people, if you're helpful, if you're supporting, if you can respect their emotions, trust me, people will never leave you. They will never leave you. I mean, I have people who've been working for 30 years. They started their career here, and for 30 years, they're retiring from my organizations. They are the asset of my organization. I respect them. I never let them go. I bring them back as advisors. I bring them back as a part of any of the organization. Say, even if it's honorary, why not? And they would love to come back because they have spent some of the finest time of their life with you all. Very important. A stands for all-rounder. People being on one side, we keep on telling that it's an age of specialization, but trust me, right from the student to the chairman and managing director of a multinational company, you have to be all-rounder. You have to know your subject so that you can deal better with the product, with the society, with the customer, with your staff, all-rounder. I mean, don't say that I am a sales manager. My job is only to look into sales. I have nothing to do with the purchase department. And if you're meeting a guy from a purchase department, won't you be nice to him? Because he's not your department. Come on. So you have to be all-rounder. I don't specialize in one, but don't think that other things are not required. Small, little knowledge is required so that you can solve your own problems when they fall on your table. Very important. Then you're not dependent on the rest of the people. And last but not the least, R stands for result-oriented. You have to be result-oriented because your efforts must bring in some kind of results, whether you're building a new context, whether your sales have gone up, whether your cost of purchases have gone down, whether the goodwill of the organization has grown much better with your action. Yes, all are part of results. So something must be. I met a guy in the morning when I was leaving home. He was pushing a big stone outside my house. When I came back in the evening, he was still pushing the same stone outside my house. तो मैंने कहा भाई साहब ये सुबह से लगे हुए हो, कितना पत्थर खिसका दिया? कहता पत्थर तो खिसका ही नहीं. तो मैंने कहा तुम सुबह से धक्का दे रहे हो और कह रहे हो कि मेरी दिहाड़ी बन गई. मैं तो तुम्हें दिहाड़ी आज दे दूंगा पर कल नहीं बुलाऊंगा क्योंकि तुम तो पत्थर हिला ही नहीं सके. Now, what a waste of resources. So we all have to see to it that if we are spending 8 hours in our office, what results I am leaving this evening when I'm leaving my office? If I have added anything to the organization, or you have just passed your, it's very important that all that I have spoken at the end of the day, it leaves for results. And this is what is required. I'm happy that I have been given a wonderful time to speak to all of you. This one word, Atmanirbhar, which is becoming very common everywhere, every department and all over. And I'm happy that because I have been in art and culture and I'm deeply into it for the last 30 years, Niti Aayog, Chopal has nominated me as the global ambassador of SDG, which is now Sustainable Development Goals. And if you can work out on these A to R, Atmanirbhar points, seriously, sincerely, and if I can propagate all these points, I'm sure I'm also contributing to the purpose of Niti Aayog's SDG Chopal, for which I am now the global ambassador. My dear friends, before I ask you to ask me questions, I have 2 lines to speak. कि विभासित कर गगन भूतल, तिमिर को ज्योति देता चल, निराशा के अंधेरे को मिटा दे ले प्रभंजन बल. कहीं पूनम अमावस्या, कहीं उलझन, कहीं फिसलन, कहीं कांटे, कहीं पहरा कटिल बंधन. यहाँ प्रतिकूल है सब कुछ, कहीं मरुस्थल, कहीं बादल, मगर तू मुस्कुराता चल, दिशाएं हो उठे उज्जवल. मगर तू मुस्कुराता चल, दिशाएं हो उठे उज्जवल. जय हिंद.
Phenomenal, no words. Friends, अगर आप लोगों को जो भी चीजें अच्छी लगी है, लर्निंग है, अभी स्क्रीन पे मैंने एक लिंक डाला है. You all can actually write what you have learned, okay? While we have the, or you can even ask questions. I'll just put it. संदीप जी, एक नया एक्सपीरियंस है. देखिए, जो भी लर्निंग आपने की है सभी लोगों ने, you all can write it on the screen. You will have to just take a, you can just click the link, or maybe you can just scan the barcode and you can learn whatever you have learned. And mind-blowing. So mind-blowing is the first word. You can just write anything. And if one word is repeated, it will start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So this is something which all of us can continue. And with the memento and the certificate, we will also share a copy of this, that this is what people are learning, people are thinking about whatever you are teaching us, Sandeep ji. And other than that, you all can just write questions in the chat box if you have something which you want Mr. Marwah to speak up. So yes, everybody is writing, mind-blowing, or maybe one thing you have learned, something. Even let me also do something. And just scan and the words will come. Great. So that's right.
This is a good
Questions, please. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Please do follow Mr. Marwah. I think many of you are already following him. You will also get to see Bollywood industry just moving around him. Idhar se udhar, udhar se udhar. Also. So may I request Sameer to just say a few lines of vote of thanks, our volatility coach
So
from
what are
Delhi.
your comments about positive criticism? Okay, there's a question here.
Achha, yeah, please, sir.
Yeah, there's a question here. Probably then I can answer that. Somebody's
Yes.
asking, Astha Kala. Huh. Superb. What are your comments about positive criticism? Yes, very well said. निंदक न्यारे राखिए, निंदक छवि बसाए, बिन पानी साबुन बिना मीठा हो सभाए. Very important. It's very important. राजे महाराजों के जमाने से चला आ रहा है. एक महापंडित अपने राज दरबार में वो बिठा देते थे. वो उसी को सिर्फ एक हक होता था. वो राजा महाराजा को भी नींदता था, काटता था. उसके कोई भी एक्ट अगर गलत था और अगेंस्ट सिटीजन था तो वो उसको रिमाइंड करा देता था कि कहीं ना कहीं आप गलत जा रहे हैं. बहुत जरूरी है. Positive criticism is very good. Only thing is that on the other side of the table, someone have to have a big heart to listen to all that. There are times when people get annoyed when you are criticizing. Thank God, God has given me that power. Let me tell you what is God. It is very important for all of you. God is G-O-D. These are three letters from abbreviations representing an unseen power which can generate, which can operate, and which can destroy. This is three powers which Almighty carries with himself. And what a pleasure, what a wonderful that power is, because he has bestowed upon us all these three powers, probably in a little less scale. A human being can generate, can operate, and can destroy. Now it's entirely up to you that which power you would like to use for which purpose. So one is also listening to the criticism, that develop that power. हम तो मंदिर में जाके भी भगवान को क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, ये नहीं किया तूने, वो नहीं किया, ये रह गया, वो रह गया. तो that means we should also have that power to listen without feeling annoyed. No harm, no harm. Very important.
Oh, thank you, Sandeep sir. Thank you for a very, very inspiring session, and for taking out time and giving a very new definition of Atmanirbhar and sharing your inspirational story. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Just a second. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your time.